Dear students, today I am going to deliver my lecture on the legality of object and consideration of Indian Contract Act 1872. Let's start. Section 23 of the Indian Contract Act 1872 lists such contracts under circumstances in which their consideration and objects are unlawful. Section 23. What consideration and objects are lawful and what not? The consideration or object of an agreement is lawful unless first, it is forbidden by law; second, it is such nature that if permitted, it would defeat the provisions of any law; third, it is fraudulent; fourth, it involves or implies injury to the person or property; fifth, the court regards it as immoral. Number 6, it opposed to public policy. Example: A promises to obtain for B an employment in the public service, and B promises to pay 1000 rupees to A. The agreement is void as the consideration for it is unlawful. First, forbidden by law. Where the object of an agreement is forbidden by law, the agreement is unlawful. Law in this connection means the law for the time being in force in India includes Hindu and Muslim law. Nandlal versus Thomas J. Williams. In this case, the plaintiff was licensed under an excise act to work a liquor shop. The act forbidden the sale, transfer, or sublease of the license or the certain of a partnership to run the shop. The plaintiff took the defendant into partnership. The agreement of partnership was held void. Number 2, defeat the provisions of any law. There are some agreements which are not directly prohibited by law but which, if enforced, would defeat any law. Such agreements are void. Fateh Singh versus Sonwal Singh. In this case, an accused is required under the Criminal Procedure Code to furnish a surety in the sum of 5000 rupees for his good behavior. He deposited the sum with the defendant and pursued him to become surety. After the period of suretyship is over, the accused sued the defendant for the amount. The Allahabad High Court held the agreement void. Number 3, fraudulent. An agreement made for a fraudulent purpose is void where the parties agrees to impose a fraud on a third person. Their agreement is unlawful. Sujan Singh versus Makham Chand. In this case, the court held that an agreement between two bidders not to bid against each other with an understanding that the successful bidder would give half the property to the other was been held to be not against public policy. Number 4, injurious to person or property. Any agreement between two persons to injure the person or property of another is unlawful if the object of an agreement is such that it involves or implies injury to the person or property of another. The agreement is unlawful. Brown Jenkinson versus Prissy Dalton. In this case, court held that an agreement to commit a crime or a civil wrong, for example, to assault or beat a person or to deceive him or to publish a label against him. Number 5, immoral. The law does not allow an agreement tainted with immorality to be enforced. Immoral depends upon the standards of morality. prevailing at a particular time and as approved by the courts. But certain kinds of act have been regarded as immoral since time immemorial and will perhaps always be so regards. One such act is interference with marital relations by Bijli versus Nansa Nagar. In this case, the court held that where a married woman was given money to enable her to obtain divorce from her husband, the lender promising to marry her. Subsequently, the money was not allowed to be recovered. Fender versus St. John Mildmay. In this case, in this case, the defendant had sexual relations with nurse on the basis that he would marry her after his divorce, but later he married another woman. The plaintiff sued him. It was held that the House of Lords she was entitled to recover compensation for breach of promise. Number 6. Public policy. An agreement is unlawful if the court regards it as opposed to public policy. The term public policy in its broadest sense means that sometime the court will, on consideration of public interest, refuse to enforce a contract. I believe you all understood my lecture. Thanks. धन्यवाद.